On this week's episode of Marketing O'Clock.
Is the time of Google's search ad reign tick-tocking away?
We go off or on over a meta ads UI change.
And if you said it, you can now translate it in Reddit.
All on today's show.
Welcome, you are listening to Marketing O'Clock. Just stay tuned. Digital marketing news, but let's get specific. Digital ads, SEO and analytics, social media and more. Pretty much everything that'll make your website perform. With new shows every Friday. We give you the news with sass and puns and definitely hot takes. Thank you for tuning in. You know what time it is. It's officially Marketing O'Clock. Settle in, sit back, keep it locked.
Hey there, I'm Christine Zernheld.
AKA Shep.
I'm Julie Matier.
And I'm Greg Finn.
And it's officially Marketing O'Clock.
Here on September 27th, 2024.
All right, we don't have any sponsors this week, so I just wanted to let y'all know how wild school is these days. I might get in trouble for this, but apparently you get jobs assigned to you when you're in fourth grade. And you get all this homework. So I have homework every night. I have to get all this homework done and sign all this stuff, sign my life away. My kids have jobs. And so I'm like, all right, buddy, what's your job? He's like, I'm a paper passer and I get it for the year. I'm like, that's a good job. You can stand up, you can go walk around, move when everybody else is sitting down. That's a good one. And I'm like, what do you have? And she's like, my job, I'm on vacation for this time, but I was the lunchbox deliverer because apparently everybody has to put the lunch boxes in a big bin and ship them down to the cafeteria, and then you go get your lunch when you're there. Was that a thing when you were in?
No,
that's kind of
No, crazy.
Why do they do that?
I don't know, but every classroom does this. It's lunch delivery because people can't be trusted with their own bags, I guess, or maybe they use them as weapons. I don't know. So then I'm like, those sound like good jobs. And yeah, if you do the lunch one, you get to go be in the cafeteria 2 minutes early. It's awesome. And get to the front line and stuff. I'm like, that's cool. I'm like, are there any other jobs that are bad? And I swear they were trolling me. They were like, yeah, my son goes, yeah, Amelia, she has the worst one. She's the exterminator. And I'm like,
no.
What do you mean exterminator? And he's like, well, if a spider or bug is in the classroom, she has to get it.
There is no way.
And I'm like, you guys are just trolling me right now. I know what you're doing. This isn't real. You're just making jokes. And they're like, no, it's real. So I'm like, okay, Amelia has a fly swatter and walks around the classroom and swats flies. There's no way that happens. And then they're dead. They're dead serious about this. They're like, no, yeah, it's her job. I'm like, how does she get the flies? And he goes, she walks around a classroom like this. I'm like, and I swear, I think it's true. Am I being catfished?
Yes, Amelia is a name like Christine. There is no person named Amelia killing bugs. I'm sorry.
I forgot her real name. I just made up Amelia.
Well, so maybe it is true. I don't think it's true.
Do you think they're trolling me?
Yes.
There's no way. As a small fourth grade girl, there's no way I would be doing that.
Imagine, it's there's the hornet in the class.
I'm still too scared to
go
kill
get
bugs.
it. And in our main news this week, TikTok is launching search ads campaigns, and this is happening in the US. To start, I, for one, welcome any competition, any additional sources the advertisers can use to harness that power of search. It's one reason it works so well in general and why we have jobs is because when people are searching for something, it's the only other way to advertise to them outside of the yellow pages, which don't exist anymore. Mm-hmm. And so TikTok is going to be launching the search ads in the US. And they say, according to TikTok, that more and more people are using the app as a search engine. 57% of its users utilize the search functionality, and 23% of users search for something within 30 seconds of opening the app.
Yeah.
That true?
Yeah, I could believe that.
Just now, I was searching for Master P Dancing with the Stars.
Is he on there?
Lowest score in history, season 2.
Oh, okay.
It's a really fun.
Did you find it?
Yeah.
All right, I gotta check
Paso
that out.
Doble.
Okay. Additionally, You could have ads show in search as well as in-feed ads. This new update will allow you to have search only, so you can dictate where your ads show up. And TikTok said that based on its testing, advertisers that run search ads, in addition to in-feed ads, see a 20% increase in conversions on average, which is awesome. This is from TechCrunch. It's a weird sentence, but they said the company also found that search ads have more of a chance of conversion as opposed to in-feed ads, as 18% of users who see an in-feed ad but don't interact with it end up doing so after seeing the corresponding search ad. So you can deliver an ad in-feed and then re-deliver a search ad. And apparently you have an 18% uptick in interactions with it. I don't know, your thoughts? Do you think it's going to work?
Yeah, kind of. I feel like it's a good idea.
Fashion.
Yeah.
Shop, have you ever bought anything on TikTok Shop?
Never.
Nothing in
It's
your
not
cart?
in my feed for some reason.
You've never added anything to your cart?
No.
Do you see TikTok Shop stuff?
No, it's like a problem. Haven't you heard us talk about this? I want to sell things on TikTok Shop, but it's like not even in my feed. There's something wrong with my app.
What are you going to sell?
Taylor Swift children's books.
Oh, tell me more.
I have a TikTok that's doing really well that is Swifty children's books. There's like 6 to choose from, and they're all available on Amazon if you want to look up my Amazon influencer profile.
Oh, wait. So you review books that some person made about Taylor Swift that are actually real books? Those exist?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
There's a lot. TBC's. You Are Fearless. Julia got me that one.
Really?
Yeah. For my daughter's first birthday.
Are they're good books?
Yes, of course. Little People, Big Dreams, Taylor Swift.
Honest question. Does your daughter like Taylor Swift?
Yes.
Okay.
She's obsessed.
You're not manifesting the obsession.
I'm sure I'm part of it, but it's not my fault that she has good taste and is exposed to the music.
Why do my kids do the opposite? That's what I want to know. I'm a Detroit Lions fan, and my daughter, guess what her favorite team is? The Green Bay Packers. They just zig to my zag.
But I feel like that you like want to be contrarian and they do too. Like, why are you a Detroit Lions fan?
Yeah.
I like Barry Sanders. Who didn't like Barry Sanders? He was the best running back ever.
We like
Never
Barry
heard of
Schwartz.
True, but I don't know if he's as good of a running back, to be honest.
Fair.
All right. And that's it in the main news this week.
And now for this week's
Cool Tool.
As a reminder, our Cool Tool segment is not an official endorsement or paid mention. We're simply sharing something we found in our travels that may be of use to our listeners. And is really, really cool.
This week's cool tool is the Wix SEO Hub, and it's your expert-led roadmap for learning SEO. They have courses on everything SEO you can imagine, like technical SEO, keyword research, link building, Google Search Console, and so much more. We'll have the link in our newsletter and in Discord, so check it out.
How much is it, Julia? Absolutely free?
Wow.
Wow.
And these are some serious experts.
Yeah.
Technical SEO with the latest Elise for free.
Crazy. Except Morty's in there.
Oh, I missed him.
He's at the end.
Oh.
Probably has like a
it's
rah-rah
Wix.
speech.
Now it's time for this week's Take of the Week. This is a #fire digital marketing take with extra spice served up for you. We simply deliver the take for your consumption. We give no opinions. We don't influence. You make the call.
This week's Take of the Week comes from Nathan Leverett, the co-owner at Ioka Blue Advertising. I saw this over on LinkedIn. And Nathan grabbed a screenshot from Reddit, and he gave it this caption. Quote, "We don't need an agency to run PPC campaigns. Our in-house staff can figure it out," end quote. And then says, "The in-house staff figuring it out," and lists the screen grab he grabbed from Reddit. And he blurred all the names out, so he wasn't being super mean. The Reddit post was, "Marketing generalist lands a new performance marketing job. I have 30 days to learn PPC. Advice needed, please." Goes on to say, "Understand the concept of PPC, but I've always outsourced any PPC work to agencies or consultants in the past. Needed the job, and he said it was reasonably well paid, and I feel like I have no choice but to take it." And goes on to say, "In this job, I will be responsible for all PPC activity campaigns in my region and expected to carry all of the campaign activities myself. $15K per month budget. Honestly, this is way outside of my wheelhouse. I understand that people have poured years into perfecting their work and appreciate that, but is it possible for me to, within reason, to get up to speed with Google Ads in particular over the next 30 days. Where do I start?
Honestly, respect the hustle.
I mean, I felt bad because it's like, I need the job.
Yeah.
And so
right.
I get it, and you're going to Reddit. But it's not as much about the Reddit post as it really is with Nathan's
Right.
issue, where you're like, how do we save money? Let's cut the PPC agency that's doing good. We can save $5,000 a month, and this is what you're going to get from it, right? And unfortunately, like, this happens more than you think. We interview a lot of people. Many of the candidates are fantastic, and many people are not exactly what the resume has to, kind of portrays them out to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel it's like hard if you don't have that that knowledge. It'd be really hard to know if somebody just puts Google Ads certified. Like, you're Google Ads certified, you're almost worse than somebody who's never used Google Ads in their life.
Yeah.
Like, if that doesn't make you good,
No.
And so people could look at that and be like, oh, they're Google Ads certified, bring them in. And it's like, it means nothing.
I'm just really stressed for this person.
I am too. I want to reach out and be like, hey, we'll give you a free 30-minute audit. We do it for everybody. But
Yeah.
like, I'll help you out, buddy.
They probably need like a massage too. It's really stressful.
Yeah, or a stiff drink.
Now it's time for this week's Pew Pew Lightning Round. At this point in the show, we split up our content into 3 parts: paid, organic, and social.
First up in the paid universe this week from Nakasha Cora on X at SEM Expert Nav. She noticed that Google Ads has a new video enhancement feature for Performance Max campaigns. So in your settings, under final URL expansion and text enhancements, there's a new option for video. And it says if you enable it, you can enhance videos by creating additional vertical and square versions, as well as additional shorter versions. I don't know about especially that shorter version thing.
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen this before. I just keep it off because it's like, I don't trust you.
Yeah.
I've seen the videos you create as is, and they're terrible. Like,
Yeah.
And I also kind of don't want to be on shorts.
Yeah.
Like, I know it doesn't perform as well as, especially if you have something cut for like a nice big video. I'd keep that off.
Most of my PMAX campaigns, I don't really feel like video is doing the heavy lifting. Like, I have it in there because I have to.
Yeah. It's so annoying because it works so good
Yeah.
now.
But I want to just be able to turn that off.
Yeah. We also had a call with a potential sales call, and they were like, I never really liked PMAX. And I'm just like me, you know what I mean? And so I'm like, oh, I like grab my laptop out and I'm like, look, I hated PMAX too. I have a PMIN sticker like somewhere over here. And I think they like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants one.
Oh yeah, I gotta bring it back.
Next up, Anthony Higman spotted another video feature. This sounds vaguely familiar to me. Like maybe it was announced, but we never saw it in platform. But it is AI voiceovers for videos in display campaigns. And so you can choose an accent and then a tone. So some examples are luxury male, luxury female, creator male, expert male, announcer female.
All right, time. You have to give one of these voices to Julia and one to me. Which one is Julia?
I feel like Julia is luxury female.
No,
Okay, I have different ones.
And you're announcer male.
Okay, what are you giving Shep and me?
I would give Shep luxury female, and I'd give you creator male, probably.
Okay. You're gonna get mad at this. I'd give you announcer female,
That's fine.
and I would give you creator female.
Okay.
I like
What would you give yourself?
announcer male.
Anthony Higman hated this. And he was having a lot of fun playing around with it. I feel like it was like late at night. And he was like going through his ad copy with all the different options. But I think another cool thing is they can put it in a different language,
That is cool.
which is cool. If you're like in different markets and you don't have to hire someone else to do the voiceover, I would just like check the translation. But
Is there like a Grandpa Simpson voice in there?
I didn't see him.
Because that would be perfect for Higman. Because he's always yelling and angry about something.
Well, yeah, he hated this, of
Yeah,
course.
Of course.
AI. Another new feature spotted by Anthony But then it was turned into an article as usual by Barry Schwartz. And I really liked how Barry presented this finding. He said, Anthony Higman shared one example of this happening for a search for tax lawyers or something like that. And it's an example of a Google Ads result with 10 site links. And they're all vertical and they're in the little bubbles. And it looks insane. But I guess Google confirmed it was a bug. But I really liked that copywriting from Barry.
I feel like he should write a Taylor Swift kids book.
Barry Schwartz?
Yeah. Taylor Swift was a singer or something like that. She sang lots of songs. She made up her own version of the songs. The end.
I would love to ask Barry Schwartz what he knows about Taylor Swift. Like, do a little interview.
I just asked him if he's on TikTok this week.
What'd he say?
He's not on TikTok.
Oh, shocking.
Yeah. But if you want to see us on TikTok, we're at Cypress North account is very active there. Grace on our team does a fantastic job. People just like put phones in front of me and say, watch my boss and stuff like that. And you can see me do all kinds of stupid stuff.
It was a truly inspiring video of you eating a pickle on the desk. Yeah, it is really fun at Cypress North. And we put clips from the show too on at Marketing O'Clock. So follow both. Next up from Bram Vanderhalen on LinkedIn. This is so sad. He has 2 pictures of campaign settings with the toggle and meta ads, and one, they look like exactly the same, but one toggle is to the right and one toggle is to the left. And he had to label them as this campaign is on and this campaign is off. Because they used to have a darker blue when it was on.
Right.
And now people are having trouble seeing it.
Yeah, they took campaigns that were on. It's like a fairly common thing when something is turned on and it's like a good company that makes it. You see it's like green. You're like, oh, that's on. Facebook had it really nice with like a lightish blue color. And this is just like how you know these ad platforms
hate us.
You. They look at you like the goat that Shep was milking today. Just trying to milk
We
every
haven't
cent.
talked about the milking the goat.
Oh, we haven't talked about that yet?
I spent the morning at a farm field trip with my 4-year-old.
You'll learn more about it in Shootin' the Heck a little bit later. But just like that goat you were milking today. You goat milker, you. Facebook is trying to milk all the dollars out of your pocket.
Yeah. Now I hate this change even more.
Like, just to think you had something so easy to do, just
Milk a
leave
goat.
it. No, that's hard. It's hard. It's hard to milk a goat. You could have just sat there and not milked the goat.
Oh, yeah,
You
it was
just
hard.
sat there.
Well, I was requested. She said, Mom, will you milk the goat?
But you could just leave it. And instead, they got a team of designers and programmers to go through the entire interface to make it worse for advertisers.
Yep.
And as much as we're joking, this one change is the exact reason that you can never trust what anybody is saying, what they're telling you, and what they're doing. They never have your best interest in mind. To be fair, they have their shareholders' best interest in mind, but they will never have yours. And I kind of hope like TikTok comes out and is like, hey, we want you to spend here. Like, we like you.
Would? They don't like the general public, though, I feel like. So why? It's like so addicting. So why would they like advertisers?
It's just like, this is meta. We know Google Ads is top tier. I mean, it's like 1A, hate your guts.
Yeah.
I feel like Microsoft kind of likes you, but they were just like confused. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they just had too many concussions or something. Meta hates you, right? We're talking about that.
Yeah.
And then Twitter like hates you, but it'll tell it to your face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like, hey, buy premium so you don't have to see ads.
Yeah, it's so hurtful to me. Like, can you block those ads from people that you know have an advertiser account? Like, it's really mean. Or the follow PPC chat.
I just don't get why one company isn't like, we like you.
Well, we like Mountain, right?
Oh,
Mountain's great.
Yeah.
Mountain. There you go. We're going to make a graphic of like power rankings of ad platforms that hate you and see who's at the top.
And again, Apple, where are you? Maybe they'll like us
I know.
one day. Anthony Higman also notified us this week in LSA land that new verticals are being tested, I guess, kind of constantly in Florida and California. So he'll like use a VPN and go to California and Florida and just do some searches to see what they're testing. Like, this man is so ingrained in the world of LSAs.
He's obsessed.
I'm surprised he hasn't moved to California or Florida.
I just picture his house in all the states. It's like, guys, I gotta shoot to Wyoming today. Heading to Cheyenne. See the LSA scene over there.
But anyway, he found LSAs for tattoo shops, drain experts, and insurance agencies with different Google guaranteed situations around all of them. So maybe those are coming soon.
What kind of tattoo do you think you'd get?
Me?
No, Hickman.
Oh.
Now I want to know your answer, though.
I feel like Higman would like get anything. Like we'd be shocked. Like he would get a tattoo as a joke, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like he has a tattoo that's like from losing a fantasy football pool somewhere. That's like,
Yeah.
like, I don't know, cheeseburger or something.
I feel like he's got the Ad Squire guy somewhere on his
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He must.
Wait, what would you get?
Absolutely nothing. I'm not paying someone to hurt me. Maybe sheep, shep.
That's pretty good.
Nothing. I would never do it. What's happening in organic?
In organic, there is lots of new changes with Google Shopping and e-commerce updates. So first off, Barry Schwartz over in Search Engine Roundtable talked about a new shopping e-commerce card. It's kind of like a big display. And the query that was used was for washing machine, or plural machines. And you could see shop washing machines, and there was 8 products there. Then there were popular stores, and you could see stores that sold washing machines. And then this is where it sort of fell off for me. And on the very right, there's like a Wirecutter article about the best washing machines, and then a video about what machines you should avoid. And to me, for the 6 years the show's been on, I've been rooting for Google to do well with shopping. I want them to build some sort of resource that's like good. And everything's sort of like half-baked all the time. I don't need the video. That's what your search results should be. Your search result should be Wirecutter with the top 1. Here are the things to avoid with number 2. But when I'm shopping, they have some like filters at the top of this. But I want the filters in there. I want to see things like, oh, this is a washer dryer combo. This is front loading. This is top loading. This is the best value for the price. I don't want to see organic search results in an e-commerce setting.
Yeah.
That's just me, though.
Have we seen other examples or only this one?
Only this one so far.
Yeah. I also think it's interesting that it's like negative and not.
Yeah, I kind of thought that too.
Yeah. And then there's also not like a quick link to be like, shop all washing machines. I just don't understand. They have like such a corner on that market if they wanted to, and they just always mess up the shopping. Like send people to a washing machine page that's awesome, and you can go across everything. You don't just have to go to Amazon or one site or another. But no, they're just pulling videos and stuff in. All right, one thing that I did like is there is a new product detail grid in shopping with most popular and best price labels. So if you do click on a product, the example over on Search Engine Roundtable was a tire, a BF Goodrich, and you can hop in. When you click on that, you see what is the most popular and then what is the best price. And so the most popular in this case was Tire Rack, maybe because it sells tires and has a better reputation. And then Walmart was the cheapest price in this case, even though it was tied with Amazon. I don't understand how it's the best price, but according to Google, it's the best price. So those things are cool. Like that's what I want with shopping. All right. Another thing that's a little bit wonky is there is new markup to help you with sale pricing. And in Merchant Center, there is a specific price that you can send in via the feed that is sale_price. And so you have your price and you have your sale_price that you can send in, and it will show that differential, that price drop if you have ads or if you're in the free listings. Merchant Center next is moving away from feed-based stuff. They don't talk about feeds. They import products from your website. And if you want to have a sale price on your website and maybe you don't have a feed or something like that, there's a new way to do it, and it's wild. So instead of having a price, you now will need to have a price that comes in. You call it a unit price specification. That is going to be your main listing. And then you have another price that is lower. And so you put in 2 prices into your product. It's not like a sale price, which is the weird thing. They should just think that through and say price and sale price. But instead you put 2 different prices in there. One of them you call unit price specification, the other you just call it price, and it should see that one is lower than the other.
And then you remove it after the sale?
Yeah. So again, it will be all dynamic. If you have good development team, you say, like in the back end, the price has to be put in somewhere. So you say pull in list price as price with unit specification, and then pull in price that's the sale price, which it doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. Google is testing a For You label and a preferred source label in the SERPs, which I also just don't understand. It takes up more real estate. It makes things bigger. And one of the examples Barry Schwartz has over on Search Engine Roundtable is Chicago festivals. And there's a little bubble that says For You. And then somebody else had an example of a preferred source.
Does it mean anything? Like, is it actually for you?
Yeah.
Or are they just putting that all over the place?
They're like TikTok does.
That's what I was thinking.
Is it? Yeah.
TikTok made me do it.
Yeah. For You page. No, I think they're trying to say like you might have visited this before. This is like up your alley. But the funny thing is they have a preferred source for link building services, where it's like that is something they do not support.
Yep.
But it's preferred. And I was talking about it, and it's new. I'm like, how long until some SEO is like, we're a preferred source at Google. Google lists this as a preferred. I don't know. I think you should be like, you've recently visited or you've done something like this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, I guess they have that, but just strange. All right. And rounding it out here, the August core update. Things are still crazy. There are a ton of different recoveries and people after the update rolled out jumping and then falling. It seems like it's still happening. I know it's not according to Google, but I also don't trust Google and the things that are happening and what Gabe is reporting on. It's just wild times right now. So Brandon Salt Tamakia at I am Brandon Salt over on X said, helpful to not helpful to helpful to not helpful, all in the space of a year. You can see the original helpful core update dropping, and then a recovery, and then a drop again. And this is all just so confusing. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I just feel so bad for some of these SEOs that got hit with this, because there's like no guidance, there's no help. And honestly, it seems like for a lot of these, there's like no reason, like no rhyme or reason as to why this is happening. And he said, 2025 is the year I'm trying to algo-proof my publishing business. It's my last resort before I throw in the flag. It's truly exhausting. This industry is brutal. And I think the biggest issue I have with this is the name of the update. And this is why they don't name things, right? You're like helpful content update. You want content your people that your users like. And all of a sudden you go down. You might not make changes. And then all of a sudden you go up and you go down. It's like, you messed this one up. Mm-hmm. This is a problem.
Well, they messed the last one up too, and then they tried to fix it with this one, and it's messing it up again. It's just a mess. Yeah, and then go follow at Glenn Gabe on X. He has some examples of a site that I don't know if it was hit initially. The data's not there, but it jumped up starting at the beginning of September, kept rising, and then dropped right off a cliff. So again, something is up. Something is up. I'm telling you that. And you can trust me, because this is not normal. This is not how it works. Has it happened before in your memory where they like say it's over and it's not? I mean, there are adjustments being made. I don't understand how you could recover and be called helpful one week and then not be called helpful the next week. It's a really bad look by Google, and they won't give comments or statements or anything on it. And I feel bad. There are people on It's New commenting all the time. Like, I had 800,000 people, organic traffic last year, and I am almost at 0 this year. And it's like an older woman giving out like nutritional recipes. Like, how do you juice this wheatgrass? This is what I do. And it's like, you look at it, it's like, it's helpful. I don't get it. It's a unique content. I don't understand. I don't know. It's just a terrible, terrible, terrible look. Oh, there's one more thing. Google had a product snippets issue where there was a bug from August 13th through September 20th in Search Console that is now fixed.
First up for social, there's a new app called Social AI that lets you interact with millions of AI bot profiles. So basically you can like post anything and then AI bots will like respond to whatever you say, but they all have like different personalities. So there's like Debate Diva who will like answer your update with a question about what you said. And then like other ones like give you philosophical things to think about or just like other weird things like that. But,
Why?
right? Like that's weird. I hate it.
This is like something
Who named them?
due to your like sworn enemy.
Yeah.
You know, I might do this to Morty. And he'd put something out there and just have Debate Diva always comment because he's always going to take the bait. I
Yeah.
don't know it's a bot.
Right. Well, her name is Debate Diva. So,
Oh.
no.
I'm going to do this to Morty and report back.
All right.
He
Can't
doesn't
wait to hear
listen to the
This
show.
is
No.
one of the
Don't tell
stranger
Morty.
things I've ever
Right.
heard in the social route.
It's like really kind of sad.
Maybe the people who are like just trolls, we can send them here to scratch
Yeah.
that itch. I don't
Right.
really understand.
Yeah.
It's how far society has devolved. Right? The example here, somebody's like, I'm trying to decide between chicken tacos and beef tacos for the night. I want to be healthy, but I also like the flavor of beef. I'm torn. And because nobody's interacting with this person, they're going to pay this stupid app and they're like, consider the health benefits. Chicken has less fat and more protein, exclamation. Like, we have a problem in society. We're going in the wrong direction. And this app should be submitted to court to prove my case.
Is it free?
I think so. I hope so. If
You're
people
going to do it.
No.
Yes, you are.
No, I am not. Are you
You're going to have
kidding
people
me?
debate your Taylor Swift books picks.
I don't even have time for the apps I have. Been trying to get through a book for like 3 weeks.
Next up for social, more AI news from Reddit. They're launching AI-powered tools to boost ad creation. So there's 3 new things. The first one's an ad inspiration library, which is a collection of top-performing ads with best creative practices that are identified by AI. The next one's AI copywriter, which generates ad copy based on selected inputs and best practices. And then image autocropper, which automatically adjusts imported images to Reddit's recommended display ratios, which I feel like is kind of a dream. Like that's a good one. But
Yes. But the copywriter, I just think Reddit would be like the worst platform to have AI generated
yeah.
content. People are going there
insane.
to hear from real people.
Yeah.
I think it's funny. Like, if it actually works good, other countries are going to come and like translate our dumb talk to English or to their language and be like, these people are so dumb. These
Right.
people are so stupid. Like, we are.
American
Yeah. Don't you think?
on Reddit?
Yeah, they're gonna be like, this is what they're spending their time on? Fairy books?
Oh, okay. They are too.
Oh, also, book recommendations for you if you're interested. I read Project Hail Mary. It was a good one by the guy that wrote The Martian, and I talked about it 2 weeks ago on the show. But Gil Gildner at Gil Gildner on Twitter has a book. I said you could pre-order. I lied, but it is now available. It's called Unorthodoxy: A Contrarian Marketer's Philosophy for Surviving the Dying Internet.
And now you can buy it.
You can now buy it. I'm going to read it and give a review.
Okay. I can't wait. Is there an audiobook?
No audiobook.
Next for social, more Reddit news from TechCrunch. Reddit is bringing AI-powered automatic translation to dozens of countries. So the big selling point of this new translation feature is that users can configure both posts and the corresponding comments to auto-translate from a community's original language to the user's own language according to their Reddit settings.
Oh, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah. You were a
Yeah.
little, yeah.
That's why I was confused.
Yeah, I was like, but
Can we like edit that in to the other story?
Let's keep it.
Okay.
People want to see me mess up.
Greg was reading ahead.
yeah.
Yeah, I put that one in for you.
So anyways, this means a conversation can flow in a given subreddit between 2 different languages and the users won't have to manually translate every response, which is actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
But it would be funny, like, if it's not doing it correctly, you know?
Yeah. People are like, why do they keep saying cope? Or, like, you know, like,
Yeah.
it's like, you can't. We're so
Yeah.
dumb in America.
Right.
But, like, one honest thing, this is what AI should be used
Yeah.
for. Is
Yeah.
to help people, instead of doing a Google Translate, to use some additional context and horsepower to actually translate something usable. I don't know if it's going to work, but this is like good AI.
Mm-hmm. From X, they're trying to get rid of the block option in the app by removing the button from several places. So they can't get rid of it completely due to App Store requirements, but they're trying to make it as hard as possible.
And like, they don't want you to be able to block anyone?
Well, like literally the only point is like he wants people like more reach, wants to keep the conversation flowing, so he can't block people.
Can I give you a
This
novel?
is a terrible idea.
It's so stupid.
If you want to give people more reach, Elon, I have a very simple recommendation. Shut the up.
No, literally.
People would use the app again.
No, literally. Yeah, he's just like making everyone hate it. But yeah, long story short, it's hard, but it still exists. So from LinkedIn, they published their new guide to advanced revenue attribution reports. So the advanced revenue attribution reports were launched last year, and this guide provides in-depth explainers on how each element of the report functions. So check it out if you use the report. We'll have the link in our newsletter. And then last for social, Meta finally acquired the threads.com domain name. It was originally threads.net because .com was taken by a startup company.
Oh my God.
I know. And then in June, Shopify acquired it. And
What
now
a
Meta
buy
owns
by
it.
Shopify.
I know. They were just like, give me that. You know that?
I can't imagine how much they paid for something that nobody wants.
Right? Yeah, I know.
I mean, for Shopify, that's like next level genius.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah,
like,
they just,
oh,
yeah.
you didn't purchase this? Okay, I'm gonna go actually do it, and then
Mhm.
I actually think this is big. I had no idea where to go on the web for Threads, to be honest with you. I think
Yeah.
if you have .com, and you're like, go to threads.com. I'm threads.com. Like threads.net, you're not going to.
No one's ever looked at
Honestly,
that
they
ever.
should have come up with another name if they weren't going to buy it.
Yeah.
The fact that the Instagram threads were on threads.net in 2024.
Not only that, but like
Threads.org.
it was available for purchase. Shopify bought it
Yeah.
in June.
Yeah.
It was just the wrong price.
I think
They must have overthought it and be like, people don't need a web version of this because I'm Adam Musteri and I have glasses and a cool sweater and people are just going to use the app. It's like, no.
He does have glasses and a cool sweater.
And that brings us to our real life segment, straight out of our accounts and into your ear holes. It's time for Working Hard or Hardly Working, where we talk about what's going on in our IRL work, good, bad, or otherwise.
I don't know what else to say besides that Google Ads just like isn't working this week. You'll be in the campaigns view if you know, and there's no segments or columns or reports or filters or anything. It's just nothing's there and you can't do work and you keep refreshing and trying to open in a new browser. And then Harrison on our team told me to click in between the recommendations and the columns, and I don't know why you should have to do that. And then I'll click on all campaigns to try to see filters, and half the time just nothing happens and I can't do work.
They hate you.
Have you not noticed this week?
Yeah, it's
I've
an-
noticed
it only me?
always, yeah.
It depends on what account I'm in, to be honest. But yes, a lot of the options have changed.
It's a bug. Like something's wrong.
But you know what? Good news. Google's going to be integrating more AI into their product.
That's great. That's great. How exciting. Julia.
Working Hard for me is a change case extension I have in Google Sheets. I've been writing a lot of ad copy this week and like sometimes just it's easier to like check it over all at once. So this extension, you can like set it to all uppercase, all lowercase, first letter capitals, invert case, sentence case, title case. Just really helpful for
Maybe
ad
that's
copy.
what
So
Anthony had.
I literally thought that when I
Yes.
would put this in. So
He needs like some Zapier zap that like puts his ramblings, sends it to Zapier, and then tweets it for him. All right, and for me, we've got a kind of a big pitch. We're doing this like test run here. I think we've got a really, really, really great strategy for this thing that we're doing. It's a really big project for us, and our team is just phenomenal. And I think in general, like it's easy to like overlook some of that stuff, but we just have an awesome team. And Julia is a workhorse. She's always like, I could do more work. I could do more work. I could do more work.
I don't sound like that.
Does she sound like that?
She's not annoying.
Yeah.
But she's helping out a ton. Everybody's like pitching in. We have like a great strategy and I'm like super excited for it.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be impossible without all you great humans. And just sometimes you need to look at that. Colin Slattery had a great post about just working hard for clients and having good people and stuff like that. And I'm just in my feels, I guess. So thank y'all. We're working hard.
This is how it goes down. Julia, can you do something for me? I'm literally not busy. She is. Like, I don't get it.
She's just like typing. Her hands are flying.
Yeah.
Now it's time for this week's ICYMI.
ICYMI people.
This is something you just might not have seen. Maybe something that you overlooked, but you shouldn't have.
ICYMI people, we have another very important tip from Bram Vanderhalen on LinkedIn. This is specifically for Facebook advertisers who are using Advantage Plus audiences. He says, be sure to break down your results by age because Meta is allowed to go beyond your age range suggestion, and it will. And then he has examples in his accounts where he's targeting certain age ranges, but then when he breaks it down and looks at it, it's showing his ads to people outside the age range. So I guess if age is really an issue, you shouldn't be using Advantage Plus. So thank you, Bram. And be sure to follow him if you're on any type of advertising.
Now it's time for our must-read marketing article of the week. An article so advanced, so in-depth, so detailed that we simply cannot cover it in its entirety on today's show.
This week's must-read marketing article of the week, repeat. Within the last month, author Nava Hopkins over on Optimizer has the impact of bidding strategies on Google Ads performance. My favorite thing about the Optimizer articles, they're not even a sponsor here this week, is how detailed they are because there's such a big set of data. And Nava goes through what bid type you should use, has a variety of different spend percentages, what the average return on ad spend is, CPA, CPC, conversion rate, all that information broken down for you. Many times there is no right answer though. So you can read this and I just want you to know it is dependent of what you're trying to do. A hammer is a very useful tool. If you are trying to put a screw into wood, a hammer is not that useful. So you need to
That was
think.
like a carpentry flex.
A screwdriver? But like, just because you read this, you need to still use your brain. That's my disclaimer for this article.
Okay.
So don't look at this and be like, oh, I'm going to put everything on max and CPC or something like that. But it's just a great look at all the data around each different bidding type: manual, CPC, maximize conversions, conversion values, CPA, impression share, target ROAS, max clicks. Tons and tons of data, and you just cannot miss this. They have such a stranglehold on the data world over there at Optimizer. So thank you, Nava.
And now onto our playlist of curated songs to work to. You can head over to playlist.marketingoclock.com to listen to Marketing a Playlist. Greg, are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, what's your song?
Stuck by 30 Seconds to Mars.
Are those guys that sing Shut Up and Dance With Me?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know. It just came on my feed. I'm like, I like this.
Julia?
I'm going to add The Emptiness Machine by Linkin Park.
And I'm going to add Velvet Elvis by Casey Musgraves. All right, that does it for today's show.
It is now officially not Marketing O'Clock.
Thanks for listening.
We miss you already.
We can't wait to see you next week.
Thanks for listening to Marketing O'Clock. If you're looking for more information on today's topics, head over to marketingoclock.com/newsletter to receive every single article we covered. We share the news as it breaks in our Discord community. Head over to community.marketingoclock.com to join.
Did you hear Milk to Go? It was so upsetting.
How did it taste?
No, I didn't drink it. Ugh, I would never. Welcome to this week's Shootin the Heck. We're after our famous Friday news show. We don't talk about marketing anymore. We just...
Shoot the heck.
What are we playing today?
Today, we're playing trivia about maybe the most important thing in Julia's life, maybe I'd say.
No,
Dancing with the Stars?
Is that the most important thing?
not even close.
What's the most important thing?
There's a lot of things.
Okay.
This podcast.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Pumpkin spice latte trivia.
Oh, that's pretty
How
high
is
up on the
there
list.
more
Right?
than
Yeah.
2 questions related to pumpkin spice lattes?
There's only like 5, so you gotta hit these.
I had a pumpkin iced coffee today.
Me
I just
too.
realized I don't know if I've ever had a pumpkin spice latte.
Oh, they're good.
Okay. I might have to try one.
Is this
Sure.
something you really are passionate about?
Me? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
wasn't
you're like
sure
a
if it was a
coffee
joke.
person.
Yeah.
But you like pumpkin spice?
Yeah.
Okay.
When was the pumpkin spice latte? What year was it invented?
Julia.
Julia.
I'm going to go 1973.
Does it say it was invented by Starbucks?
That would be correct.
Okay. I'm going to say.
See, I
I
told
think
you.
somebody else did it first and like called it something else. 2004.
Tables.
1991.
The game theory is off the map. I don't even know what you were one off.
I go with my heart.
Yeah, see, if
I was one
like,
below.
It's
it was
2003 was it invented.
Oh, so I went over.
I should have asked the Starbucks.
But what was yours
thing.
again?
Like 1973. Like someone
And so
did
tables,
it before.
let's just try to get inside the mind of tables quick.
He just goes for the year he thinks it is.
I know. But if you think one is closer, you could have just said 2003, and then you get all the way up to like 1989.
You need to start playing the games if you're this passionate about game theory. You're not going to change him.
Okay.
He can't be changed.
All right. You need to give me 4 spices that are used in a pumpkin.
Shep.
You got it. Pumpkin spice.
Nutmeg. Cinnamon. Oh, no.
Okay, you can get 3. You just need 1 more.
Vanilla. Does that count?
Is that
Not
a
a spice.
spice?
Julia, tables.
Nutmeg, cinnamon, and chai.
Nutmeg, cinnamon, pumpkin.
Pumpkin's not a
There's
spice.
no pumpkin in
All
there,
right,
right?
try again. Chef,
What
yeah.
else? It's something I should know.
I mean,
Like you've heard of all of these spices before?
absolutely.
Or like cloves something?
Cloves, winner. Chef gets it. So it's cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, ginger, and sometimes allspice. So ginger and allspice
Okay.
also would have counted. How many pumpkin spice lattes are estimated to have been sold since the drink's debut in 2003? And I'm going to say
From
this is
Starbucks.
Starbucks.
Okay. 5 billion.
Yeah, I have no idea. 5,000,000,001.
Okay, tables.
I'm going to go 4 billion.
Tables
There you
one
go.
is 600 million lattes.
Oh, wow.
So everybody has a point now. And this
I
will.
don't think I do.
Didn't you get the first one?
No.
Who got the first one?
Shep did.
The year?
Oh, you got the year. Okay.
I'll take it.
Okay, we'll go 2 more of them. What year did Starbucks add actual pumpkin into the pumpkin spice latte?
Shep.
Chef.
Trick question. Never.
See, I used to like work there. I should know this. I just know it's a syrup. So probably never.
Okay.
Or maybe like I'll say like 2010.
They've always tasted the same.
Okay.
Julia stole my answer. I'm going to go 2014.
Tables wins it. The original recipe did not contain pumpkin. Real pumpkin puree was added in 2015. Tables is off by 1.
There is such little in there.
Yeah, I was gonna say that
Not
might
taste
be a
like
lie.
Okay, this is the last question. And this is the winner will be decided here. Shep has 2. Tables has 2.
Julia.
Can I still
Thank you for
guess?
being
Winner take all.
How many days is the pumpkin spice latte available at Starbucks on average?
Tables.
64.
Okay, tables.
I
Julia,
was going to say 60.
okay.
I'm going over. I think it's September, October, November. First of all, they really say no to you if you order one in the summer.
Yeah, they
Julia?
don't have it anymore.
I'm going to go, he said 60.
Mhm.
I'm going 61. I think it's like 80 something.
And you're
64.
64.
Really?
No, she's 64.
Oh, sorry.
So
I
you
thought you were
want to
saying
go
she's
right
right.
in the middle of.
Yep, locked in.
Okay. I don't think so. Oh, you're 64.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I want to go one above the highest.
Okay,
Who
so
is
you're
that?
65. And
'Cause I
Shep
think it's
is
in
the
the
winner.
80s.
It's
Okay.
150 days. It starts in late summer and typically remains available until early winter.
Hmm.
It's about a third of the year. All right, Shep,
Debatable.
Anyway,
you beat Julia at her own game.
Yeah.
Not only did you do that, you shut her out.
I was not a good Starbucks employee.
Yeah, and she is formerly employed by Starbucks. So
luckily you're more suited to this job.
Yeah, thank God.
We'll see you next week.
Time it is. It's officially marketing o'clock. Settle in, sit back, keep it locked.